Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a process video where I took this spray painted stencil face by Jean Oliver and Stencil Girl Products. It was spray painted on a tracing paper and I cut it out and I'm collaging it onto a journal page, and then it ended up being a really colorful portrait, painted in portrait, and just fun color study that took up both pages here. So you can see my little wax paper embrayer trick that I'll link below that I've shared previously in the last few weeks. I've actually used tracing paper here. One is on the right that I use to actually put the yes paste on the collage pieces, and then I use the other one on the left to cover the collage pieces and brayer it out, minimizing the mess, minimizing the air bubbles, and just making sure the collage pieces are laying flat. I actually like using wax paper better than this tracing paper because it's a little less sticky, but this worked fine for that day as well. Then you're gonna just see me add a couple collage pieces. Some of these pieces actually are tore up from a downloadable print that's available to you for signing up for my newsletter. So check that out. You can sign up if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page of my blog post or my website. And the first email you get is a free downloadable mixed media print called Rescue from the Storm, and it looks really cute with a white matte and white frame hung up, or you can print it out on regular paper and tear it up and use it as collage in your own art. You just saw me use a non-water soluble pen to journal in all the white spaces, and I journal a lot in my art pieces. I do it in an illegible way where I'm still getting out my feelings or getting out some words on the paper, and it's where the reader or the viewer can't really read anything personal. I usually paint over a lot of it like you see I'm doing now. So we're just going to add a lot of color and just have fun in the next few minutes here that you're going to see. On the right, that palette that I'm using is called a Stay Wet palette. It really does keep your paints wet for days, so I highly recommend that. I have that small one that you see on the right that's holding the colors there, and I have a large one as well from when I'm working on bigger pieces or bigger canvases. I do a lot of color mixing over to the right that you see. I will list all the colors that I use down below, and you'll also see me mixing some complementary colors, colors that are opposite of the color wheel, and I do that to neutralize them or make some really good rich neutrals. So you'll see me do that just to kind of offset some of all the bright colors that I have put in her hair and on the pages around. Just trying to play with colors here, contrasting colors and neutrals against the bright, vibrant colors. And here I'm just using dark and light colors to keep adding more depth by highlighting and shadowing areas of her face. little white stick and the brown stick that is sitting to the right, upper right of the art journal, they are Conte Paris crayons, and I use them to fill in, and they're really great to smudge with and to sketch with. And here I'm just having fun with her hair and just adding a lot of different colors around and just really having fun with the color study that I'm doing as well. And then I stopped to let it dry overnight, and here I'm coming back in, putting the camera a little bit closer so we can do a little bit more detail work on her face. Here I'm using a dark charcoal pencil, which is water soluble. It will be activated by water. And you also see me pick up a white one here in a little bit. And I really, really, really love the charcoal pencils for, you know, coming back in and darkening up areas, shadowing, and then with the white one, of course, adding a little bit more highlights and lightening up areas to kind of create those shadows. Here I took some really thick paint and painted over the collar area, and took a skewer and a mechanical pencil to brush or scratch in the wet paint and scratch some loose florals into that little collar area. And then I'm taking some bigger, thicker chunks of charcoal to darken her hair a little bit, and then taking a wet brush to activate that charcoal and moving it around. some more pieces of that print right there that I'm holding, that from Rescue from the Storm that I was talking about. That's free for you for people that sign up for my newsletters. And I ended up playing around with it, moving it around the page, and I ended up not using it as a collage, but I took some elements from it and added it to my page, like the arch you saw with the oil pastel below. And then I took more oil pastels to the left and just started playing with the color, just putting like the greens against the pinks and kind of adding more colors in, as well as that oil pastel added some different texture against the acrylic paint that we used earlier. I'm really, really loving the teal against the pink and the bright pink reddish that she has on her collar and her shirt, and then with her hair there, that we had all that color behind that dark charcoal. So I really thought that teal really popped. So here you're going to start seeing me really add teal all around her in a little bit, not only because I loved the contrast of the colors, but I also loved all the different colors I had in the background, but I wanted her to stand out. So I really started adding teal all around her so that she really popped up from the page and stood strong against the bright and vibrant colors in the background. I really hope you enjoyed this process video. I had so much fun making it for you guys, and this ended up being such a fun and colorful page. I really ended up loving my little warrior that I painted, and I hope you guys just have a great day. If you have any questions regarding this or any questions on the supplies, please hit me up below. I'd be happy to answer them.